Now, boarding. Flight A12 to Bangkok, Thailand.
To the channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing some secret travel budget tips for Thailand that can save you hundreds of dollars and make your experience way more rich in Thailand. Now when I say rich, I'm talking about flavor. But if you want to be rich financially, hey, this could help as well. Now it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned travel veteran, you're just going for a week, you're just going for spring break, or you're a digital nomad looking to relocate in Thailand. I have something for everyone in this particular video, and I will do my best to save you money. Now, for this particular video, I decided to write down my ideas and thoughts so I could be clear and concise. So if you see me looking at my phone, I do apologize. I just wanted to try a different style. For a lot of my previous videos, I went off the top of my head, or I would memorize certain things. So I'm like, you know what? Let me actually visualize it, write it down, and say how I want to present to my audience, right? So I'm continuously getting better at this YouTube game. As you know, I just started doing long format about 3 months ago. So I'm constantly improving, getting better cameras, etc. And I'm headed to Thailand soon, so I can't wait to, go fully with this thing, right? We're close to 1,000 subs, so we're almost fully monetizable. If you want to leave a donation, super chat, or sticker, you can do that at this moment. But once we hit 1,000, we can start getting paid per view rather than just straight donations. So let's go. Now, Thailand is one of the most popular travel destinations in the world, and for good reasons. From stunning beaches to vibrant cities and rich culture, it's a dream destination. But there's one thing, it's also super easy to spend. If you don't know these hacks, now's today to learn them. So let's get started. First up, flights. Now, did you know that you can save hundreds just by booking at the right time? Now, I don't have an official sponsor or brand from these companies. I'm just giving you straight game so you know that everything I'm saying is authentic. I still have not explored the sponsorship route, so I don't want you to think I'm being biased. But if you use tools like Google Flights or Skyscanner to track prices and aim towards the book, like midway through the week rather than like on a Friday, Saturday, etc., you can save money. Typically Tuesdays and Wednesdays are usually the cheaper days to fly. Also consider flying into smaller airports like Chiang Mai or Phuket instead of Bangkok, because sometimes that can be cheaper. For an extra layer, you can even try a VPN. Sometimes when I'm booking flights, I turn on a VPN to make it appear as though I'm in another location, just to see, okay, is the flight's gonna be cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes it does change the price of the flights. Now let's talk about where to stay. Thailand has many luxury resorts, but you don't need to break the bank for a great place to sleep. Hostels and guest houses are super affordable, and many have private rooms for under $20 a night. There's a bunch of apps you can use as well. Now what I do sometimes when I go over there is I look for things outside of the city center. So I usually stay in Bangkok, but I'll stay in like outskirts, like 30, 40 minutes out sometimes, and that can help me save money. I actually did that on my very first Thailand trip, only because I wanted to be closer to the airport, but it actually helped me out because at that time, I think I was paying like $400 or $500 for my Airbnb for a month or something. So, I mean, it really saved me money. So think about that, because if you're in the tourist areas, then it's gonna cost a lot more, just like any other country. Now, another thing you can do is eat like a local. What I mean by this is you can eat street food, rather than food from a restaurant. Typically, when I go to countries, I avoid street food. However, countries like Thailand and Vietnam usually have a reputation of having what you would say clean street food. Where other countries, and you're like, you kind of got to worry about getting sick. Typically, you're fine in these countries. Anything can happen, so just be on your P's and Q's. But what I like to do is I like to go to street food vendors where I'm watching them cook it. So let's say it's prepared food and they're trying to sell it. I'm like, nah. I want to go somewhere to a street vendor where I see you put the oil in there, I see you put the food in there, I see you stir fry it, cook it, whatever, add seasoning, twist it up, do all these fancy tricks. I want to see you cook the food so I know it's fresh and I feel comfortable eating it for clean reasons, right? So I'd advise you to do the same thing. Pro tip, look for street vendors who have a few people there. If you're the only person there, that may be a sign that either it don't taste good or it may not be that clean. Now, transportation. Let's talk about transportation. How can you save money with transportations? First off, do not get in a tuk-tuk unless it's just for entertainment reasons. They're fun, they look cool, they know back roads, but best believe they are going to charge you extra. Same thing with taxis potentially, especially during the holiday season. You can use Grab, which is like Thailand's version of Uber, and that can save you money. But another thing you do when you do Grab, you make sure to select, because you can have either cash or card as the payment method when you use Grab. It's best to do cash because there's been stories of people who select card as a payment method and then the driver edits the price. So you may see 200 baht and then once he drops you off, you get charged 220. So if you do cash, it's very transparent as far as how much you're gonna get paid so you don't get ripped off. That happened to me in Turkey. And I guess it happens in Thailand as well from what my friend told me, so they probably got me the first few times, but I'm like, who cares, extra 50 cents. But keep in mind of that when you go to Thailand. As far as saving money on the transportation, another thing you can do when it comes to transportation is, I don't advise this to do this all the time, but if you're just going down the street, it may be safe. But when you're using Grab, it gives you different options as far as the mode of transportation. If you feel safe and you feel comfortable with your driver, or if you're going a short distance and there's not bad weather, you can select the motorcycle or the moped instead of a car, and that will save you a few dollars as well. Now, another tip is find free activities. There are certain temples and structures that would charge you to get in, but then there's certain ones that are free. If you look at my previous videos, I did a voiceover scene and I was entering this temple, completely free to get in. I never paid to enter a temple yet. So I want to keep that going as long as possible because I like the free activities. Now, another tip I want to say is bargaining. When you go to certain marketplaces, not a grocery store, I'm talking about an outside market, where they got different vendors, things like that, it's not considered offensive if you negotiate the prices. Hey, let me pay this instead, or hey, da 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 da. Now, if you're trying to save 5 cents, it's like, just pay it. You're a foreigner, just let them have that, you know what I'm saying? But if it's a, $5 difference, $3 difference, $2 difference, you might, haggle them a little bit, or negotiate the price and see if they can save. And sometimes that will work for you, you'd be surprised. Now, another tip, the final tip, is when it comes to the SIM card. Do not buy the SIM cards in the airport. The airports will charge you a premium where all you have to do is just go to the local 7 a.m. So what I like to do is I'll have 2 phones. One phone has my old service plan, and what I do is I download like a Google Map or Apple Map before I even get on the plane. So by the time the plane lands, I already have the map downloaded like offline. And then if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can connect to the Wi-Fi in the airport. But as soon as you have somewhat of data, you can use that to map the nearest 7-Eleven, go to 7-Eleven, buy a SIM card, and it's like $4 or something for 1 month. And then you buy a SIM card there, you put it in the second phone, boom, you now have service in Thailand, you don't have to pay the airport premium. So I just saved you a couple of dollars. So the least you could do is like, comment, and share this video. I appreciate everybody's support, and I'll see you in Thailand. Peace.